Good evening. This is a special investigative look into the meteoric and unprecedented rise of Roberts, a name that has become synonymous with the new American dream in 2026. To truly grasp why the industry is shaking, we have to look beyond the surface level of a reality TV win and dive into the hard data that defines his current trajectory. Last season, Roberts didn't just win a competition, he triggered a cultural landslide. 26 million votes, a number that surpasses the population of many mid-sized nations. Roberts proved that there is a massive, underserved hunger in the United States for authentic, gospel-rooted vocal prowess. Industry analysts are calling this the Roberts frequency. It represents a shift away from the overproduced, hypersynthesized pop tracks that have dominated the Billboard charts for the last decade. Our sources within the network production teams indicate that the sheer volume of incoming data during the finale was so immense it nearly crippled the voting infrastructure, marking the first time in over 20 years that a contestant has commanded such a unified, cross-generational grip on the American public. From the rural church pews of the Deep South to the high-rise apartments of New York City, the effect has bypassed traditional demographic silos. This isn't just about a singer with a good range. This is about a man who has successfully bridged the gap between traditional R&B and modern commercial viability. As we progress through May 2026, we are seeing the long-term results of that massive social capital. Major labels, which were once hesitant to sign gospel-leaning artists for fear of limited marketability, are now scrambling to find the next. However, as our investigation reveals, you cannot manufacture this kind of organic connection. Roberts possesses a unique everyman quality, a former physical education teacher who speaks with the same humility today as he did when he was blowing whistles on a playground. This grounded nature, combined with a once-in-a-generation vocal gift, has created a Teflon-strong brand that is currently the most powerful currency in Hollywood, proving that authenticity, when backed by tens of millions of voices, is an unstoppable force in the modern market. He has effectively weaponized his 26 million votes to ensure he has total creative control over his career, a feat rarely achieved by reality show alumni in their first year of stardom. Furthermore, our team has discovered that his influence extends into the tech space, as his name has become a top-trending search term across multiple AI platforms, with fans demanding more information on his vocal techniques. This level of digital engagement is for advertisers, explaining why high-end brands are lining up for endorsements. Roberts isn't just a singer, he is a statistical anomaly that the music industry is still trying to decode. Every time he hits a high note, he isn't just singing for a crown, he is validating the trust of 26 million Americans who decided that his voice was the one they needed to hear in 2026. The most significant turning point of 2026 occurred just days ago in the heart of Los Angeles, and the implications for the global music scene are profound. While Roberts was engaged in what he thought was a standard press circuit for his chart-topping new single, "Perfect for Me," the unthinkable happened. Wonder, a man whose name is literally etched into the foundation of American music history, made an unannounced appearance specifically to meet the Mississippi native. For a reporter covering this beat, the gravity of this encounter cannot be overstated. Wonder does not participate in manufactured moments. According to insiders present during the meeting, Wonder had been tracking progress since the early audition stages, reportedly telling his inner circle that he hadn't heard a pure soul resonance like in over 30 years. This meeting was more than a photo opportunity, it was a formal anointing. Wonder reportedly spent nearly an hour discussing the divine mechanics of vocal phrasing with Roberts, eventually extending a personal invitation to a private studio session at his legendary facilities. This interaction effectively serves as a golden ticket that transcends any contract or award show. When Wonder personally tracks you down, the industry hierarchy is immediately reshuffled. We are now seeing a massive spike in interest from international festivals and high-end collaborators who previously viewed Roberts as just another contest winner. The Wonder endorsement has provided Roberts with a shield of musical integrity that protects him from the usual industry plant criticisms. This encounter in May 2026 marks the official transition of Roberts from a popular TV figure to a critically respected artist who has been by the highest authority in soul music. Our investigative team has noted that since this meeting, Roberts' streaming numbers in the legacy R&B category have surged by over 400%, proving that the American public is taking their cue from Wonder. This is the moment where Roberts moved from the now to the forever in the eyes of the global music community. Witnesses describe the scene as profoundly emotional, with nearly speechless as Wonder along to the melody of his new track. It is that a collaboration is already in the early discussion phases, which would likely become the most anticipated R&B release of the decade. For a man who was teaching children how to run relays just 18 months ago, sitting across from the genius behind Songs in the Key of Life is a narrative arc that even Hollywood screenwriters would find too perfect to be true. Yet, here we are in 2026, witnessing the birth of a legend approved by a legend. This is not just news. It is a historic realignment of American vocal royalty. In the final chapter of our special report, we look at how Roberts is handling the transition from a teacher's salary to a multi-million-dollar empire. On May 4, 2026, returned to the American Idol stage, but he didn't return as a former student. He returned as a master of the craft, dressed in a bespoke velvet suit that signaled R&B royalty. His performance of Perfect for Me was a masterclass in vocal restraint and emotional depth. However, the real story lies in what happens when the cameras are turned off. Our investigation has confirmed that Roberts recently finalized the purchase of a sprawling 3-acre estate, a move that signals his permanent residence in the upper echelon of the entertainment industry. But in a move that is being hailed as a marketing stroke of genius, Roberts has refused to sell the modest home where his journey began. Instead, he is converting his original residence into a curated experience, allowing fans to literally walk the halls where he practiced his auditions. He told reporters that his goal is to maintain a tangible connection to his roots, that his legacy isn't just about flashy cars and red carpets, but about the precious memories of the struggle. This level of transparency is revolutionary in 2026. Furthermore, his professional schedule for the remainder of the year is nothing short of breathtaking. With a Grammy nomination already under his belt for his gospel work and a headline tour alongside industry titans like Brandy and Monica on the horizon, Roberts is a revenue stream that most veterans would envy. He is effectively rewriting the On How to Survive the reality show curse. By balancing high-end luxury with grassroots fan engagement, he is building a fortress-like brand that is immune to the typical cycles of fame. As we wrap up this investigation, one thing is abundantly clear. Roberts is not just a singer, he is a visionary who understands that his 26 million voters are not just fans, but a community. Whether he is standing on a stage in a velvet suit or greeting fans at his old front door, Roberts is the definitive face of American music in 2026, a man who stayed true to his Mississippi soul while the rest of the world was busy trying to change him. His financial portfolio is also diversifying, with reports of investments in music education for underprivileged youth, further cementing his status as a philanthropist of the people. In 2026, we aren't just watching a singer, we are watching a leader emerge from the shadows of obscurity into the blinding light of greatness.